That's it, they're off and racing away, and Maughreen has whipped around at the start, but hasn't lost a great deal of ground. A very short run down towards the first of the 8 flights of hurdles, over which Brendas Asking is the first one to show in the noseband as they settle down. Diva Luna's quite handy in the black and orange, and then Sixandahalf and Hollygrove Cha-Cha. Jubilee Alpha over towards the far side. Then being tracked by the red cap Galileo Dame, Magic McColgan. With those is Caroline Bamboo and Caramoja. Then in the yellow jacket is Just a Rose. Close up then is Bluey. Then Tour Overly and Air Of Entitlement. Over toward the far side in the grey silks is Kitty Foyle. And then Kimmy DeMay, the grey in those green and red silks. Mystical Goddess is just behind her. Then Metcalina and Jane Eyre, who's further back through them, along with Lagertha and Queenie Sinclair. And Maughreen, who whips around at the start, is the back marker as they take and all jump safely over flight number 2. So as they head up by us, it is Brendas Asking who now goes on. Leads it by a length over Diva Luna in second, a couple of lengths away to Sixandahalf, who's showing in third. Then Caramoja towards the outside of Jubilee Alpha. Caroline Bamboo is tracking the speed, and then Just a Rose towards the outside of Hollygrove Cha-Cha. Air of Entitlement is next, and then Galileo Dame and Bluey towards the outside of those two. Aurora Vega is just behind Bluey at this point, and then Venusian. Behind Venusian is Magic McColgan and Kitty Foyle and Kimmy DeMay and Mystical Goddess. And then behind those is Lagertha as they skip over the first flight of hurdles over on the far side. Maughreen remains the detached back marker. On they go towards flight number 4. And it's Brendas Asking Tom Bellamy from Diva Luna, Caramoja, Sixandahalf and Bluey. Then Jubilee Alpha and Just a Rose and Caroline Bamboo, who continues just in behind the leading group from Air of Entitlement and Tour Overly. Then Metcalina, Kimmy DeMay and Hollygrove Cha-Cha and Magic McColgan as they jump the next flight of hurdles over on the back straight. Galileo Dame has lost a bit of ground going into that flight. The Mystical Goddess and Lagertha from Kitty Foyle, Jane Eyre and Queenie Sinclair, and then the detached Maughreen as they continue this run over on the far side and make their way towards their next flight of hurdles, which will be number 6 in the journey. It is Brendas Asking from Diva Luna. Then came Sixandahalf in Caramoja. From close up, Caroline Bamboo and Jubilee Alpha from Bluey. And then behind that one came Just a Rose in that yellow jacket. Air of Entitlement is trying to make some ground between horses. Then Venusian and Aura Vega is held together nicely in midfield. Then Metcalina and Tour Overly from Magic McColgan and Kimmy DeMay. Then Mystical Goddess, and further behind still is Galileo Dame, who's still very much in that back wave. Lagertha is also still towards the rear of the field, and they're turning to go downhill and on their way down towards eventually would it be 2 from the finish. And it's Brendas Asking who continues to show out in front. From in second, Diva Luna. Caramoja in third. Sixandahalf is in fourth, and the blue and the yellow. Then came Bluey. Close up is Venusian. Then came Aura Vega toward the left-hand side as we look at them in the red and blue. Metcalina is trying to get closer along with Tour Overly. Then Jubilee Alpha as they approach now 2 from the end. Diva Luna went on there. Diva Luna from Sixandahalf, who's landed in second. Brendas Asking now shaken up. Then Caramoja. Jubilee Alpha's going on the improve just in behind the gallop with Aurora Vega. Then Venusian and Air of Entitlement and Tour Overly, and heads are turned towards home, and it's Diva Luna in the black and orange, joined by Sixandahalf in the blue and yellow. Back in third is Caroline Bamboo. Then came Jubilee Alpha and Air of Entitlement, and the ridden along Caramoja. Aura Vega can't go on. Tour Overly trying to stay on a bit. They're racing down towards the final flight of hurdles, and it's Sixandahalf who travels strongly under Keith Donoghue from Diva Luna. Air of Entitlement now in third over the final flight. Sixandahalf landed with the lead. Taken on late down by Air of Entitlement. Diva Luna to the far side. Then Caroline Bamboo on the run towards the line. Sixandahalf trying to hold on. But here's Air of Entitlement who finishes the better. Air of Entitlement has won the Ryanair Mares Novices Hurdle, beating Sixandahalf. Clear from Diva Luna, Caroline Bamboo, Metcalina, then Galileo Dame and Caramoja.
And the trainer of Air of Entitlement has just won the Dawn Run is Henry de Bromhead. That's better, isn't it? Back in the winner's enclosure where you belong?
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely to be back here. Yeah, definitely. I suppose with Honey, we had so many years of being in here on the Tuesday. We had to wait a bit longer. But as you said, they all ran really well yesterday, to be honest. So, and the day before, plenty ran well. But just, yeah, it's always nice to get the winner.
And I saw you quoted in the run-up to this year's festival, because we always rely on you to switch it on for this week. But you were starting to lose faith a little. Was that really, were you getting the jitters?
I suppose you wonder, like, when it will end, you know, when it's sort of, but I know in the last couple of weeks it was definitely starting to happen, and they're all looking really well. So I don't know, just we got hit harder than probably. I know it always go quiet after Christmas, but we definitely probably got a bit harder through January, and so yeah, look, it's great, you know. But spring and Cheltenham, and I don't know, it all just falls into place then. Yeah.
There was nothing you could put your finger on what was going on?
There were a few things. Yeah. So absolutely, which is nearly a good thing.
Yes.
Sort of manifested. So that was good, and yeah, look, it's everyone goes through it. Probably we don't have the strength and depth that you can, keep going kind of even slightly on a lesser strike rate or whatever. But yeah, anyway, look, we're through it, and yeah, we're going well.
And tell us about this mare, because she's clearly very talented. We haven't seen much of her, but she's got bags of potential.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a lovely mare. Mags O'Toole bought her for Robcour at the store sales. She was in Colin Bowes, and she won her point-to-point, and then she came to us. She won a bumper for us. She was really impressive. And then, yeah, she just wasn't really coming for us there in the autumn, and she suddenly seemed good around Christmas, won well. We were going to run her in Navan in a race Therese won, and she just didn't seem 100% right. So we backed off her and said we'd aim for here or Limerick today. Thankfully we came here.
I'm glad you came here.
Yeah, so she was class, and she's a really nice mare. She wouldn't blow you away at home. She's loads of stamina, and it's lovely. That was the fear, whether she'd lay up in a race like that, but like Rachael was sublime on her, you know. She was brilliant.
She was. She said she was starting to feel confident approaching the last. How were you feeling at that point?
Yeah, I was as well. Now the second picked up really well, and she's obviously a classy mare. But I just wonder, you know, I just hoped second had been up there the whole way, and I just hoped that might tell, and thankfully it did for us.
Yes, and hope sprung this time.
Yeah.
How is Quilixios after his agonising fall yesterday?
Yeah, he seems okay. He was home this morning. Davey was happy with him at home, a couple of nicks, but look, he ran a blinder. You know, he was, I mean, yeah, how he was the price he was, I'll never know, but he ran an absolute cracker, and he winged fences. The only one that he got wrong was the last, sadly. And
did you think he was held at the time?
I felt live we weren't going to win live,
yeah.
But who knows? You know, could have easily happened the other way around. But you know what? To see, you know, of all the horses, to see Marine Nationale win just meant a huge amount, I think, to me anyhow, and it just shows. You know, Marine Nationale and Jazzy Matty with Michael O'Sullivan and all on our minds. Obviously, at the moment, we're all thinking about him and all the O'Sullivans. And it just shows there's so much going on around us that we don't know about. You know, for those two horses that he won on 2 years ago to come and win here, it's on the same day. I think it's more than, I don't know, it's a lot more going on anyhow.
There is. His spirit was very strong with us here yesterday. Yeah.
Totally. And yeah, you know, it's so tough for the family, as we know, but you know, they're a great family, and yeah, look, and I'd say Michael will have been delighted as well to see it all yesterday.
Absolutely. Well, let's hope this is the start of a very big day, because you've got some great chances coming up. Best of luck today and tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Look, it's an incredible feeling. I read an interview recently with JP McManus. He said some people are born luckier than others, and I definitely feel like I was born luckier for going around here anyway. I've been so lucky with the horses I've got to ride, and yeah, she's just another one. You know, Henry brings his horses over here in such incredible form. You know, they all come over here and run above themselves, and yeah, she was just phenomenal there. She you know, she travelled through the race, she jumped well, and yeah, she just got her head in front when it was the right time.
You had Keith, Donoghue and Sixandahalf to run down. When were you feeling confident that you were going to get there?
I knew going to the last she was picking up, and I thought we'd pick up all the way to the line. Whether we were going to get there in time or not, I didn't know, but just when I really kind of got stuck into her after the last, you know, I could feel she was really trying, and I was just hoping the line would meet us at the right time, I suppose.
And you mentioned that Henry de Bromhead reliably always gets his horses in good form for this meeting, but even he was kind of losing a little bit of belief in the run up to this. Had you lost some belief?
No, like, you know, when you look at Ballyadam yesterday, you know, Captain Guinness, even having made a mistake, he still ran really well, and you know, I suppose Monday say one or two were disappointing, but yeah, you can't lose faith. We're only halfway through the week, so you know, trying not to lose faith anyway. But yeah, it's hard not to have faith in his horses over here. So yeah, it was brilliant that one of them got to deliver. I think we've been maybe a bit spoiled the last few years on the Tuesday, getting you know, the last few years every Tuesday I've got to walk home and you know, with a winner under your belt. But yeah, it wasn't the case this year, but so grateful to get one today.
And for you this season, I mean, it's been tough the first half of the season, you know, battling back from that quite serious injury. And so does that make these moments extra special for you?
Yeah, look, definitely. You know, I missed 3 months there before Christmas, and you know, Cheltenham is the main thing to be back for. So you know, although it was so difficult to watch all these horses you should have been riding and so on, you know, I was grateful it didn't happen at the other side of Christmas, my injury. And I made it back for Cheltenham, because you know, this is the most important place for us all as jockeys. Yeah.
Yeah, such a powerful motivator, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And yeah, look, it's just I feel so lucky to be here again and walking back into this enclosure.
Well, let's hope this is the start of a great day. And for Alan, Bob Bollinger, you never know, it could happen. Congratulations.
Thanks, Lydia. Thanks so much.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.